going to show you everything under the hood, everything over here on the left. We're going to scroll up, we're going to scroll down, we're going to go everywhere. It is a full disclosure type video. I'm not trying to oversell you on anything. There are some things that I love about QuickBooks, some things I can't stand. Oh, look at that, a blank screen. It's not showing up. Oh boy, what happened to it? Command R, refresh. Oh, wow, lots of bugs. Hello, my materialistic minions. It's me, Beau. This is going to be a super fast, down and dirty demonstration of QuickBooks Self-Employed from a real world guy who uses this for my business. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a CPA. So if you see something that I'm doing, probably not best to copy me. I would say for the vast majority of people out there, what I'm about to show you will probably make you really happy if in fact you are self-employed. First of all, we're gonna start with clients right over here. This is one of those things that I can't stand with QuickBooks. Again, there are some things that I love about QuickBooks, some things I can't stand. This is one of the things right here. They nickel and dime you non-stop. It's as if they're always trying to advertise something. They're like, hey, will you do your taxes through us? Please, please, please. Hey, will you do this? Will you do this? No, I don't do taxes through them. I have my own CPA, my own accountant. So stop reminding me. QuickBooks, if you're listening, stop nickel and diming your customers. All right, we got a little serious there for a moment. My W-9, I can easily send this to clients because they often ask for that. They ask for my EIN, or if you're a sole prop, that your social security. And that's very handy right there. Very simple, but really this is the bread and butter right over here, the transactions. Oh, look at all this fun, fantastic stuff. All right, we are going to use two transactions as an example. The first one right here, this is income from Amazon. And if I were to click on this little arrow right here, it will drill down and we can see more details. Now, automatically, it is a rule. See this little gray box right there? That means that QuickBooks automatically categorized it as income. Remember, people, if you automate your life, you are giving yourself the gift of time. So automate as much as possible. And using QuickBooks and these rules is one way of automating. So I never again in my entire life ever have to go in and categorize this thing as income as opposed to advertising or materials or meals. It will always be income. How cool is that? Oh, by the way, they have got very handy little helpful things right over here. If you click on that, this is money you make from being self-employed. Also, another thing that I love to use is tags. I have several different sources of income. And if you are a entrepreneurial type person, you probably sell services. Maybe you might sell retail. The best thing that I personally can recommend is using tags to actually tag your transaction. So in this particular case, I clicked on tags and I have created all of these tags. You can actually see them when I click manage tags. They're all right here. I've customized these. And I am going to click this one. This is just my own personal use, but I've named this one Amazon Seller Retail. When I click on that, then at the end of the year, I can go over to reports and I can generate a report for everything that is tagged with Amazon Seller Retail. Now, there are some other tags too. There are, this one is PayPal Retail. I pay a different tax rate on that. And so it's so easy by the end of the year. I generate a report and I just see them all right there. And also, full disclosure, again, this is one of the things I do not like about QuickBooks. Apparently, you can only add one tag per transaction. Right there, I click on that. One of them was called PayPal, right? So I'm gonna start typing PayPal. It doesn't come up. You can only tag one tag per transaction. But anyway, a total first world problem. Last thing that I want to point out is exclude this transaction. This is very, very important. Let's say, for example, I bought $100 worth of tactical hair clips off of Amazon.com. This is so cool. I love this. Oh, wait, it's lame. I'm going to return it, which you would never return something like this because they're really cool. And let's say that I got income from that, $100 worth of income from Amazon because I returned the product, right? Well, if that is actually income, then the IRS is going to tax me on that. They're like, oh, well, you just did something special for Amazon and they paid you. Like, no, I don't want to pay taxes on that because it's not income. So that's why you go over here and you click exclude this transaction. We're going to go ahead and click save. Now we are going to look at this expense. So I went to McDonald's and I got a whole bunch of food because, man, I was hungry. $16.18 worth. And oh, look at that. It was automatically categorized as advertising. That's lame. I don't want that. I click on advertising and I go down and I correct it by clicking meals. And now it will show up on my Schedule C at the end of the year, and that will be properly deducted. I heard from a CPA that you can't actually deduct meals, or something. Maybe it's only like 50%. I don't know. Again, I'm not a CPA, but be sure that you are categorizing things correctly, or if in the event that you are audited by the IRS and they come in and they see something from McDonald's and you declared it on your taxes as materials and supplies, you're going to get a lot of trouble, people. So there you go. We're going to keep it as meals. There is a rule attached to it. So in the future, everything from McDonald's will immediately be categorized as meals. By the way, receipts over on your app, QuickBooks Self-Employed app, there's a very easy little plus sign that when you push that plus sign, you can snap a photo of your receipt and it will automatically synchronize it with this transaction. So very, very handy to always have receipts. And yes, the IRS does acknowledge, or rather accept, digital receipts. So you can finally get rid of all that paper. We can go in, we can add transactions, manage rules, export receipts, add a receipt manually right here. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to move on to miles. I used to use Mile IQ to actually keep track of all of my miles. As a matter of fact, if you use Mile IQ, you can actually import your Mile IQ trips right there. So I transitioned to QuickBooks Self-Employed to keep track of all my mileage, and already within the first 3 months, I am able to deduct $803 worth of miles. That's amazing. In the app, you can either swipe left or right to categorize a trip as either business or personal, or you can go into here and you can categorize it yourself. So I just click personal, personal. There we go. Okay, come on. It won't correct it. Well, that appears to be another bug. Hey, QuickBooks, if you guys are looking at this, I can't change it because I've already categorized it as business and mail right there. That was the purpose of my trip. Well, that's lame. Let's try to go down to here, personal, and we're going to click business. There we go. Describe trip right there. Or if I start to type, look at that, because I just frequently use this one right there. I went and picked up my business mail at my box. So I would click that. But that's not the case. I'm going to click personal and click, oh boy, what happened to it? Command R, refresh. Oh, wow. HTTP, bad requests. Okay. Hey, QuickBooks, it looks like there's something wrong with your software. You just saw this live, ladies and gentlemen. Clearly, they're having some issues on their server. It's not working. We're going to open it up in incognito mode, and hey, there we go. That is really embarrassing. That just goes to show that it is a work in progress and it is not perfect. Lame. So thank goodness all my stuff is still there. Where were we? We were under miles. There we go. Hey, it correctly saved everything. That's handy. Let's go over to taxes. Again, I don't pay taxes. I have my own CPA. Oh, anyway, let's move on to reports, shall we? All right, profit and loss. This is my favorite one right there. So we're going to go ahead and just for this year, look at my profit and loss. So I have made $73,000. Whoa, that's so cool. But I spent $50,000. So my net income has been about $22,000. How cool is that? And you just get a quick little snapshot of your business right there. If in fact you want to drill down into all of the transactions that were associated with advertising, you can click on that number and check it out. And these are all the things associated with advertising. Looks like McDonald's is not advertising. That's a meal. There we go. And we're actually going to edit this rule and make sure that that is always meals. There we go. Good. And so now you can see that McDonald's does not actually show up here because it's only showing advertising, right? So if we were to go back and now go down to meals, click on that, you should actually see that transaction that I just corrected. Let's look at some more things under the reports tab. So that was, again, profit and loss. You can look at all your receipts that you've scanned and uploaded. Tag totals is very, very handy because as mentioned before, all of my income I do tag. And at the end of the year, I click on that and I see all my tags that are associated with retail or all my tags associated with services. Tax summary, again, I don't do taxes through them. Matter of fact, if we were to jump all the way down here to capital, I don't use this at all. This is like, hey, you can get some free money from the government, and it's actually my children's money. Lastly, we're gonna cover invoices, okay? This is so darn powerful. Instead of having separate invoice software, you can load all of your clients right here, and I'm actually gonna show you a real world example of creating an invoice. Okay, so we're gonna click that. Oh, look at that, a blank screen. It's not showing up. Again, lots of bugs in QuickBooks Self-Employed. However, when I go back over and I click on invoices, voila, suddenly it shows up. Yeah, go figure, right? Okay, drives me crazy. Let's go down to sample customer. We're gonna add a product. We're gonna add, let's say I did video for them. Let's say that by default I charged $349, but you know what? It was really easy that day and it was in and out. So I'm just gonna charge $100 for that. You can add all sorts of things in here. You can add another thing that you're going to be billing for, let's say photography. And I charged $1,000 for real estate photography. And then at the very end, you can click whatever you'd like down here, like thank you so much. By default, they say thank you for your business, which that sounds incredibly stuffy. Thank you for your business. It sounds like a robot. There's not even an exclamation mark. It's just a period. So you can add whatever you'd like right there and have a little fun with that. Just keep in mind that that will be gone and there will be the thank you for your business thing every single time. Payments, yes, I want them to pay with credit card. Design, you can change the design, and email. This is the default email right here. Check that out. It says, hi there, Todd. One quick thing. I'm switching over from this to this. Cool, cool. Right? And it will say that when I click on email. Check it out. This right here is that email that you just saw. However, QuickBooks, another thing that drives me absolutely batty, is that QuickBooks automatically adds this up there. Why do they have that? Dear sample customer, I already have it right here. Every time I make an invoice, I have to go into here and I have to delete that. This email right here will show up in their email box, and then underneath all this text will be this right here. And they'll be able to pay online, and you will get $1,100 minus 2.9% for credit card fees. At least as of the making of this video, it's 2.9%. All right, so that's it. If I were to click send, that would show up in their email box. Very, very cool. And then we're gonna, lo and behold, look at, there's another bug with QuickBooks Self-Employed. We're gonna click back, and click close. Oh, it's not closing. However, when I click refresh, the invoice is right there that we were just working on. I don't know why the close button does not work. Real quickly, if someone were to mail you a check, you would just click mark as paid. Lastly, this little thing, time, I say, okay, sample customer, I'm gonna work on this website project right here, and I'm gonna click start, and then you will bill them basically down to the second. So it's just a clock in, clock off, and then it shows up for you right down there. We're gonna go over here, and we're gonna delete that entry. So that is it, everybody. Again, it's not perfect. You saw lots of issues live as I was doing this, but I would say it's considerably better than trying to keep track of everything using mile tracking software here and an invoicing software here, and then trying to budget over here using an Excel spreadsheet. This really is worth it, I would say. If you guys want to try it, I'd recommend doing their 30-day trial and just click on the link that I have there because it will give you a discount. That's it. My name is Beau. Hope this helps.